So excited to be back for our second Tzion Kumzitz. And Bezrat Hashem, we should continue doing this moving forward until we get to Eretz Yisrael, until we get to Yerushalayim, the Beit HaMikdash, to see the Mashiach, Tzidkenu, and to welcome in the Shekhinah to a theater near you. And so many of us are struggling and trying to figure out what's wrong. And we think we know. We think it's our financial issues. We think it's our problems with our parents. We think it's our health issues. We think it's all the difficulties in our life. And comes this parsha to teach you There's only one thing wrong. It's what you see. Rabbi, see that I put before you two paths in life. Bracha v'klala. Blessing and curse. And what do we simply understand? That Hashem is giving us a choice to choose good or not to choose good. Comes Rabbeinu HaKadosh, Rabbi Nachman of Breslov Zal, to teach you. You know what the choice is? What you see. The result of what you see is no longer in your hands anymore. Your choice is only to choose what you see. Where do the problems in our life come from? One thing, we don't see good. We don't see good. What's the reason for that? Why don't we see good in our life? And the answer goes all the way back to the Garden of Eden. And we know there that Chava, the first woman, she ate from the tree, and Adam HaRishon was involved in the act. And we know that the first issue, the first complication, the first difficulty began with eating. But if you notice the pasuk, it says, she saw it was good for eating. So where was the real beginning of the problem? Her sight. That she saw it was good for eating. So all suffering stems back to one idea, and that's what you see, or what you don't see. Hashem is teaching us, you want to have bracha in your life. You want to have blessing in your life. See good. See good. Because you can see anyone, anybody, anything, and see bad. And it's easy to. And you know who it's easiest to do this with it? Yourself. Or, you could do what Rabbi Nachman says. Look for the good points in your life. Find the good points in your life. Find the good points in yourself. You don't want to say, Benny, you did a good job tonight. Mike, you did a good job today. Why don't we want to say that? One reason. Because Rabbi Nachman says the entire war between your Yetzer Tov and your Yetzer Hara is between Simcha and Atzvut. It's between joy and sadness. What's going to happen if you look at your good points? You're going to be happy. Chas v'shalom. That you should be happy. But that's not religious. That's not what makes successful people, to be happy. You have to look at everything you do wrong and fix it. Comes along Rabbi Nachman to teach you. You want to know why you're not succeeding in any area of your life? One reason. Because you're not judging yourself favorably. You're not seeing good in yourself or anyone around you. And that's why you need to understand, like Adam HaRishon and Chava made an error. What is the beginning of being able to see good in others? To see what Hashem sees in you. That He loves you. If you don't start from that nakuda, from that point that Hashem loves you, whatever thing that comes up inside of you, whatever analysis you come to, whatever resolution you come to about yourself and about others is going to be wrong. You need to start with the fact that Hashem loves you. And if you know that Hashem loves you, then you're going to be able to find good in yourself. And you know what you're going to do if you find good in yourself? You're going to be able to find good in others. You have a mitzvah, you have to love your brother like yourself. Okay, it's very nice. We put it on the back of our cars. We celebrate it. Woohoo! Ve'ahavta l'recha kamocha. Love your brother like yourself. They tell it to all the Bali Tshuva like us when we come in. Look at this beautiful mitzvah. You don't have anything like this in the secular world. And yet you never saw hatred and sinat chinam like you do in the religious world. What does it mean, ve'ahavta l'recha kamocha? To love your brother like yourself. It means the precondition to loving your brother is you need to love yourself. If you don't look at the good inside of yourself, if you don't appreciate the godliness that Hashem placed inside of you, you think you're going to be able to love your brother? No. You're going to be jealous. You're going to be angry. You're going to be confused. Why? Because of an error in vision. We're moving into the month of Elul. This is the time of Teshuvah. Teshuvah means to go back to the good. To go back to Hashem. To go back to your real self. And it's no coincidence that the Parsha moving into Elul is Ra'eh. To see bracha. If you see bracha, you'll experience bracha. If you see klala, you'll experience klala. My whole entire life, I was always preparing myself for worst case scenarios. And you know what I experienced in my life? Worst case scenarios. I saw the negativity in everyone. And that's what I experienced from them. And now I look at every single person, every Jew, every non-Jew, every society, every situation, and I actively look for the good, because it can't be that Hashem created something in this world that doesn't have godliness in it, that doesn't have good in it. Your choice is not the results of your life. You don't choose that. All you choose is what you see. If you see good, you're going to experience such good. Imagine if you saw only good. You want to know the best bracha in the world? If you see only good, I promise you, you will only experience good in your life. And I'm going to say it again. If you only see good in yourself and those around you in the world, you will only experience good in your life, because it's all that you see. It said that Yosef HaTzadik had beautiful eyes. It said that David HaMelech had beautiful eyes. The Torah needs to teach you that these people were attractive? No. It's coming to teach you that the two Mashiachim, what do they have in common? That they only see good. That the whole way that they're able to rally the Jewish people and to bring redemption to the world is because they only see good in everyone around them. They see good in themselves and they see good in Hashem. You want to do tshuva? Don't start hitting your chest. Don't start crying yet. Don't start by looking at your negatives or what you perceive to be your negatives. Start and say something good about yourself. How many people in my situation overdosed on drugs? How many people in my situation are still clubbing? How many people in my situation are still with multiple women despite the fact that they're married? And look at me, nebach me. I have no idea what I'm doing with my life. I don't know. I'm trying. I'm not sure what's happening. Every day I'm not really sure. I hope I'm getting closer. I don't really know. I'm doing the best that I can. Do you know how Hashem looks at you? Do you know how you looked at in Shemayim? You think that these athletes are heroes? You think these celebrities are heroes? You are mamish a hero. I get emails from people every day, people who think that they are the worst of the worst of the worst, and I'm crying reading their emails. And I respond back to them, you want to start to see Yeshua in your life? I want you to understand one thing. You are a hero. You're a hero. And if you see that, you can start to do tshuva. to Daniel for coming. We had an amazing first kibbutz, gathering together, and Baruch Hashem, it was such a match made in heaven. It was so beautiful, this first experience with him, and everyone afterwards was like, wow, we got to get Daniel back. I felt like I was high for the first time without being high. And that's really what we need. That's really what we need. And I know nobody wants to talk about that, and certainly not in the yeshiva setting, because you'll probably lose your funding. But 80% of Jews are secular. They're off. What does it mean that they're off? The truth is, they're on. They're not really off. They want to experience something supernatural. They want to experience something above the mundane world. They want to experience something which is connected, which is united, which is one, which is happy. And we say, they're off. They're crazy. You know, when Chabad came from Lublin, came from Eastern Europe, and they came to America, they never saw hippies before. And they were going around and they saw secular Jews going to concerts and experimenting with drug paraphernalia. And the followers, the Hasidim of the Rabbi came to him. They said, you're not going to believe what we just saw. There's something called hippies. These are all Jews. They're going to concerts, they're doing drugs, and they're just like vibing out. We don't even know what this is. What are we going to do? Something's wrong. Oh my gosh, the exile. The Lubavitcher Rebbe said, pay special attention to those Jews. You need to really connect to those Jews, because their mama's going to bring the Mashiach. They're going to bring the Geula. Says that the Beit HaMikdash and things in the Beit HaMikdash and the Aron is built with shittim wood. Shittim wood. Cedar wood. Acacia wood. And Lubavitcher Rebbe said, notice that the word for the wood is from the root shoteh, which means foolish or crazy. And that's actually what you use to build the Mishkan, to build the dwelling place for the Shekhinah in the world. So these people are going to build the Mishkan. These people are going to build the Beit HaMikdash. What's the biggest thing that causes them to be far? It's because we tell them that they're wrong, that there's something wrong with them. And if you just tell them that there's something right with them, they could start to find Hashem. Hashem didn't make a generation that's lost. He doesn't orphan a generation. If a whole generation is one way, it's because there's godliness there. We need to look to extract the godliness and to lift it up. And we do that by teaching them the Torah of Rabbi Nachman ben Fega, teaching them the Torah of the Baal Shem Tov HaKodesh, that there's a place to have fun, that there's a place to be happy, that there's a place to have unity, that there's a place to transcend this physical world. It's all in your family's heritage. But because they feel alienated, because they feel disconnected, they don't have a chance. They don't have a chance. Rabbi Nachman says, do you know why people are not close to Hashem? I've said it before, I'm going to tell you again because it's so important. You never heard it anywhere. Why are people far from Hashem? So what are you going to hear? Because they don't want to take the old Malchut Shemayim upon themselves. They don't want to be responsible for the mitzvahs, and then they're going to have to do things. They don't want to do those things. They don't even know what mitzvahs are. They don't know what Shabbat is. They don't know what the Torah is. And even let's say you say they do know. They must not, because they don't keep it. Because if they knew what Shabbat was and how sweet it was, and how beautiful and how godly it is, who wouldn't want to keep Shabbat? So whatever Shabbat they do know, they don't know it. So you need to show them a real Shabbat. You need to show them the good, the beauty of being Jewish. I want to continue this theme of seeing for a second. Rabbi Nachman says that everything you're looking for your life is already there. You need a vessel to be able to experience what it is that you're looking for. You're looking to be able to find your wife, she's already there. You're looking to be able to find the right job, it's already there. You're looking to be able to find peace in your life, it's there. But you need a vessel to experience that light. What creates that vessel? The answer is what you trust. So listen to this is very important. The concept of seeing in the Torah and Kabbalah is the concept of trusting. What you see is what you trust. So what does that mean simply? For instance, someone like me. I gave an example to the women's class yesterday, but I'll tell you again tonight. This past week, you guys know that I do Ibodedut every day, at least an hour a day. If Hashem gives me the zchut to do more, I try to do more. But sometimes, like is often the case, that hour is looking very, very fickle. Am I going to get the hour? I'm not going to get the hour. But if I do the hour, then I'm going to miss something else I already scheduled in. And if I miss something else I already scheduled in, that's purely irresponsible. So I'm in a sticky situation. I'm in a difficult situation. My wife needs me. My kids need me. My job needs me. Everything is beckoning, seemingly. I need you. I need you. So a few days ago in yeshiva, I'm sitting there, and it's 4 o'clock. I try to get my Ibodedut done by 3:30. Why? Because I finished learning at 4:30, so that gives me 1 hour. For sure I did it. But now it's 4. Hashem had other plans for me. So what can I do? I can either do a half an hour now and pray to Hashem with all my might, He gives me a half an hour later. Because I don't have a car to go home with. So I have to be home by 5. I have to be home at 5. I have to 5:15, the latest. So I could be with my family, take care of my kids, help my wife. I said, Hashem, I see you. I trust you. I trust Rabbeinu. I'm throwing myself on you right now. I'm going to give you 1 hour, just me and you. But you have to do me a favor. I need you that when I'm walking outside to start walking home, somebody asks me to bring me home. Because there's no way I'm going to get home in time otherwise. So that's the deal. I went in there and I screamed and I cried to Hashem and I prayed for all my friends and family. I didn't even look at my watch the whole time. Screaming and crying, I said, Hashem, you have to get me home. Because I have to be home to take care of my family. I have to. But my eyes are on you. I trust you. I don't want to trust people, places, and things anymore. I want to only trust you. I believe in you. I believe in your Torah. I believe in your tzaddik, and I'm trying to learn to believe in myself. Comes along 5 o'clock, and I'm walking home with peace. Because when I do Ibodedut, and you scream to Hashem, and you throw everything on Hashem, you have yeshuv da'at after. You have peace of mind after. And I'm walking home with my 7 layers of clothing in the burning hot weather. And I have multiple, cases. It probably looks like I have a lot of important things to do. And I just start walking. And literally a few minutes after I start walking, I see a person I haven't seen in over a year. He says, David, get in the car. I said, why? He said, I'm taking you home. I said, no, it's okay. You probably have somewhere to go. He said, David, get in the car right now. I'm taking you home. I said, okay, thank you so much. And I spent the entire car ride chaziking the out of him. Throw yourself on Hashem completely. I got home, and as soon as we stopped in front of the car, I said, how you doing? I could see he wasn't happy. I said, why aren't you happy? I don't know, I'm school and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I said, I'm doing this. I said, are you able to learn? I know he likes learning. He said, not really, I learn a little bit in the morning, but at night I'm really not even able to. I said, I need to tell you something, it's so important. If you trust Hashem 100%, if you only have eyes for Hashem, you have the vessel to be able to experience endless blessing in your life. But if you put your eyes on anything else, if you trust anything else, you are destroying that vessel. You're limiting that vessel. We don't understand what Hashem can do for you. We think it's so hard. What are the chances I'm going to get a ride? What are the chances someone's going to ask me? Because in my little pea brain, it's almost impossible. But Hashem creates the entire universe, and all the spiritual universes, recreates it at every single moment. It's not hard for Him to do anything. It's hard for us to believe that. This life is about emunah. This life is about acquiring simple faith. Rabbi Nachman says you only need one thing to believe in Hashem: to be simple. To be simple. What's the one thing that gets a Jew in trouble? What is the thing that prevents him from experiencing all blessing in his life? It's one thing: sophistication. No, it can only happen if I do this. No, it's only going to work out if I do that. No, I have to have the right look, and I have to present myself in the right way, and I need to say the right things. I am living proof you don't need to do any of that. Because I don't say the right things, and I don't look the right way. I don't do anything except one thing. I trust Hashem 100%. And it's matzliach. And even if while you're going down that path it's very difficult, and you feel the bitterness, and you feel that nobody's supporting you, not your friends, not your family, not even yourself, you need to know that these are all obstacles sent for you only to increase your will, to want it more, to believe more, to throw yourself on Him more. It's not hard for Hashem, Miparach, to do anything. It's only hard for us to believe it. So in this parsha of Ra'eh, I give everybody a bracha that you understand what you see is what you trust. If you look to Hashem for all of your issues, then you have a vessel for unlimited blessing. But if you look to people, places, and things, your vessel is this big. And if you only look to Hashem 100%, your vessel is not as big as this room. Your vessel is not as big as the state of New York. Your vessel is not as big as the United States of America. Your vessel is not as big as the Western Hemisphere. Your vessel is not as big as this entire physical universe. Your vessel is not even as big as the Olam Asiyah, and the Olam Yetzirah, and the Olam Bria, and the Olam Atzilut, and the Olam Kadmon. These are still all creations. Hashem has no limits. There is no way to fathom what that means. Throw yourself on Hashem 100%. Look to Hashem only. Make Him your trust. And then Hashem can do anything for you.
תראה בטוב, בכל אדם יש דבר מסתחפש, ומצא בטוב, תשמח, אל תהיה רק את הרע, תשמח, תראה בטוב, בכל אדם יש דבר מסתחפש, ומצא בטוב, איזה טוב השם, איזה טוב השם, איזה טוב, how good is השם. איזה טוב השם, איזה טוב השם, איזה טוב, איזה טוב, איזה טוב השם. Davinu Chai, oh Davinu Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael. Here we go. Am Yisrael Chai, oh Davinu Chai. Here we go. Oh Davinu, oh Davinu, oh Davinu Chai, oh Davinu, oh Davinu, oh Davinu Chai, oh Davinu, oh Davinu, oh Davinu Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael. Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem, Yididadadai, Adadai, Adam, Ay, Ay, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem, Yididai, Adadai, Adam, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem, Yididai, Adadai, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem, Yididadadai, Adadai, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem, Di-di-da-da-dai, da-da-dai, dai. Ai-dai, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem, Di-di-dai, da-da-dai, dai. Ooh, Baruch Hashem, thank you Hashem, Di-di-dai, da-da-dai, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I want to tell you guys something amazing. I want to tell you guys something incredible. I was reading in the Kutei Moharan towards the end. Rabbi Nachman speaks about a mikveh. And he says there that if any doctor tells you not to go to a mikveh because it's not good for you, he's not a doctor at all. And I had a chidush as I was dipping in the mikveh. Sorry if this is too explicit for you guys. Bezrat Hashem, my trust in Hashem will save me. Rabbi Nachman said, I am a river that cleans from all stains. He said, I myself am a mikveh. And I think there was a hidden secret in that Torah. That if any doctor tells you not to go into the mikveh because it's not good for you, he's not a doctor at all. Rabbi Nachman teaches that the tzaddikim are spiritual doctors. How many people do you know that tell you, yeah, Rabbi Nachman, I wouldn't learn anything he teaches you, but wow, he's very spiritual. Wow, Rabbi Nachman, oh my gosh, Uman, I wouldn't go though. Yeah, joy, happiness, it's great. But take it easy. All these are doctors. But Rabbi Nachman says that if any doctor tells you not to go to the mikveh, he's not a doctor at all. And I can tell you that Rabbi Nachman ben Fega is mamash the greatest mikveh of all time. You want to rid yourself of all the negativity in your life and you want to reveal all the good inside of you and in the world, you need to continually dunk yourself in that mikveh every day of your life. Keep jumping in that mikveh. Even if it's difficult, even if it's hard, keep going. Keep going. Because as time goes on over and over again, all the negativity inside of you is going to be nullified. And you're going to be left only with your best self. I'll give you a mashal. The Havdil. This was the last piece of secular wisdom I've seen in my life. But I got a really good chiddush out of it, thank God. There was a sculptor, his name was Michelangelo. And he was asked by Italy, by the government of Italy, to make a beautiful statue. And they gave him a lot of money at the time to do it. He didn't know what he was going to make. He had no idea. He's walking down the street, and every day he's always walking past like this pile of rubble of stone. This huge thing of stone, a massive stone, completely unruly, just, everyone looks at it like, I can't believe this thing is here, it's too big to even move it though. And Michelangelo said, I walk past this stone every day, and after they asked me to make this statue, I walked past and I saw, oh my gosh, I should make this statue out of this stone. But this stone is so big and it's so coarse. It's so dark. What did he end up making with that stone? He made David, the Mashiach, the Redeemer. How did he do it? They asked him. They couldn't believe it. When he took the thing off and they all saw it, the entire country was in shock. They never saw a statue like this in their life. And they asked him afterwards, how did you make the most perfect statue that was ever created? He said, it's crazy, but I actually always had David in mind. And I saw this statue, and all I did was every single day, I just took away everything that wasn't David. He didn't make him. He just took away everything that wasn't him. And he was left with David. Every single one of us has a Mashiach inside of us. Every single one of us has a point of redemption, has a tzaddik that's within us. That's your real self. And we're clouded with darkness, with difficulties, with trials, with tribulations, with lackings. What happens when you jump into the mikveh of Rabbi Nachman and Fega, and you do it every day? As the day is going on, no matter what you're feeling, no matter what you're going through, everything that's not you is going away a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, until one day you're left with your real self. And then you're so happy, so happy. And you realize that this whole time, the cause of all of your problems has not been anything besides the fact that you simply were not you. You just weren't you. It wasn't your parents' fault. It wasn't your family's fault. It wasn't your friend's fault. It wasn't anybody's fault. You were unhappy for one reason. You're just not you. Rabbeinu comes and he gives you the purest water, the purest consciousness of godliness, a best friend, a Rabbi, someone you can rely on for every piece of advice that's going to work, that you can rest assured that even if you don't have money and you have a million struggles against you, and how can you go to a third world country with the COVID virus, that Rabbeinu says, my son, I know about the COVID virus, but I'm a mikvah. Come splash. Come swim. No matter what. No matter what. Keep coming to that mikvah. Because one day, you're going to come out and you're going to be happy. Why are you going to be happy? Because you're finally going to be you. And as soon as you're really you, you're going to be the happiest person in the world. Okay, we'll say one more thing in a song. If that's okay with my dear friend over here? Okay. Thank you so much. Oh, I think I have one here. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'akol nihya bidvaro. Amen. When a person makes a start and he tries to bring himself closer to Hashem, he usually experiences he's being rejected. It's as if forces beyond his control are trying to prevent him from entering into Avodat Hashem. But the truth is, this apparent rejection is nothing except to bring him closer. But it takes tremendous determination not to become discouraged when you see that the days and the years are passing. And in spite of all of your efforts to draw closer, you're still so far. You may feel you have not even begun to enter into anything which is holy, to anything which is pure, to anything which is truly good. You may feel that you're still so connected to the physical world. Your goals are still purely materialistic. And no matter what you try and do to try and serve Hashem, it seems as if the negativity is not allowing you to succeed. And you may actually, God forbid, start to think Hashem has no interest in you at all. You keep calling out to Him. You keep pleading to Him. You keep crying to Him. But you feel further away than ever. It takes tremendous determination to overcome all of this. The key is to ignore all of the discouragement. The truth is that all of this apparent rejection is for one reason. It's only to bring you closer. You guys ever heard of a girl who's hard to get? Did you guys know such a concept in spirituality? That Hashem plays hide and go seek. That Hashem plays hard to get. Why is He doing that? Because you're on a journey to try and find the ultimate good. And in the end, there's no way you're going to appreciate it except through overcoming difficulties in your life. There's nothing more sweet. Can you imagine how many times you've fallen? I can't even tell you how many times I've fallen. Over and over and over and over again. And any person who says, David, relax, stop trying to be so religious, it's okay. You know, maybe it's just not made for our generation. Maybe it's just not for us. Maybe the things that they talked about thousands of years ago, they didn't realize we were going to have technology. They didn't realize that we were going to have all of these advancements. Maybe they just didn't know. And now we can finally relax. But I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy. I said, Hashem, I'm never giving up on you. I'm never going to give up on you. No matter what happens, even if you don't answer me, even if you don't help me, I know you see me. And I know you love me. And I don't know how I know that. Because my life doesn't look like that. But I know if I love so much, if my love extends from one end of the world to the other, how much must you love me? Because where did I get that from? If I care so much to help my fellow brothers, my Jews, people who are struggling, poor, impoverished, if I literally am an irresponsible father just so I can help a person on the street, so yes, I need to work on it. But how much you must care about those people who are suffering. Hashem loves you. Hashem loves you. The one who succeeds is the one who doesn't give up. Everything in this world is about ratzon, is about will. That doesn't mean you're going to succeed on paper in anything you do. But it means that every day you get back up and you start over again. Sometimes you're going to get a little punch to the gut. You got to start over again. Sometimes you're going to get knocked out cold and you're not going to know what happened to you. And you got to start over again. And sometimes you literally feel like the world is closing in on you on every side. And you have no hope. And you have to start over again. My dear friend and brother, the basic rule, says Rabbeinu Zal, is to be strong and firm in your heart and to try with all your strength to be persistent in everything that you do and to pay no attention to all of these discouraging thoughts. And if you are very far from Hashem and you feel that every movement must be like nothing for Hashem, you should know, Adrabah, on the contrary, if someone is coming from that place of physicality, of secularism, of mundane living, he says every slight motion, every thought, every emotion, every move that you make, even if it's not even physical, just I want to be holy, is so precious and great to Hashem. If he moves no more than a hair's breadth in his efforts to make himself pure and come closer to the thing that he knows is real, that hair's breadth makes him run thousands and thousands of miles in the worlds above. Just that move. If you think about this alone is going to make you very happy. Indeed, you should make a great effort to always be happy, because depression causes tremendous damage. We don't need to look at Time magazine to figure out that depression is a very serious illness in our generation. Rabbi Nachman told us from the shtetl in Ukraine 200 years ago, there's nothing more damaging than depression. Nothing more damaging than sadness. You should know that as soon as a person wants to start serving Hashem, you should do everything you possibly can to stay away from being sad. Because the only way to get close to Hashem is to be mamish bold. And the only way to not give up is to be happy. Don't give up in any way, no matter what happens. Remember this well, because you will be in great need of it when you start to serve Hashem. You must be very obstinate indeed, holding yourself strong and firm in your place each time that the Sitra Achra comes to try and throw you down. And this is going to happen very often. Your task is to continue as best as you can without allowing yourself to fall completely. Inevitably, you must encounter all kinds of difficulties and setbacks. You're going to fall down many times before you can enter into the gates of Kedusha. Even the greatest tzaddikim have all gone through this. Every biography that you see, Rabbi Ovadia Yosef and Rabbi Moshe Feinstein, Ramban and Rashi, the Chida, the Ben Ish Chai, the Lubavitcher Rebbe, back to Rabbi Akiva, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, Moshe Rabbeinu, David HaMelech. Every single one of them, Rabbi Nachman says, fell many, 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 many times. I have a rabbi. He says, I don't like the beginning of the biographies for Rabbi Ovadia Yosef anymore. You know why? Because all they talk about is how he had a photographic memory. What happens when you see that? I don't. I don't. So now what? My rabbi said, do you know how much Mesir Nefesh he went through in his life? You know how poor he was growing up? You know how little his family had? You know how much he went through in his life to be able to become that? It wasn't because of his photographic memory. He had siyata d'shmaya because he had such Mesir Nefesh. He said you should just tear that part out. We love to look at these people and just admire them. Oh my gosh, Hashem made them so perfect. He didn't make them so perfect. They never gave up on Hashem. And no matter what they went through in their life, no matter how many times they fell, they just did not give up, says Rabbi Nachman. He says there are times when a person is so close to Kedusha. He's so close. And the Sitra Achra sees that you're about to step into the realm of godliness. And he literally attacks you more powerfully than ever. That is when you need to be so strong. And if you want to truly be close to Hashem, remember all this very well, that you need to strengthen yourself in every possible way and do what you can to continue with whatever you can do. And eventually, with Hashem's help, you are surely going to succeed in entering through the gates. Hashem is overflowing with love. And He wants you so bad. Know that every single effort you make is important. All your attempts to detach yourself from negativity and physicality and to add spirituality are so precious. And even though you may not feel that you're overcoming anything in your life, Rabbi Nachman says that when you really need it, all of those korbanot, all of those sacrifices, all of that blood, sweat, and tears is going to come to assist you to get through the final lap. When chas v'shalom you really, really need it. And no, Rabbi Nachman says that in life a person has to pass over a very narrow bridge. The main thing is not to be afraid. Surat Hashem, as we go into the month of Elul, and you go to the field to pour your heart out to Hashem and to start over again. Come with your real self. Come with your genuine self. Come with your authentic self. Start over again. Start over again. I'll finish with this story. I heard it once from Rav Ilan's brother, Yaniv. Beautiful story, and I think it sums up what we're saying. There was people, they were given a task of climbing up a building. And they told that when they get up to the top floor, they're going to win a prize, $100 million. Okay, great. Actually, that's not enough today, right? What's like a lot of money these days? 200 million, that's it? Like a billion? I don't know, I haven't seen it in a long time. Billion? Billion's a lot? Would you be good on your life for that or no? A trillion? A trillion, okay, I got Benny's approval. Okay, $1 trillion.
That's it?
Okay. You can live the life at $1 trillion. You don't have to work out to get up to that. Okay, good. So that, everybody's getting excited now. Epic. Okay, so $1 trillion you get up to the top of this building. And they have everybody running up. Everybody's running up. I want that $1 trillion if I get to the top. And they're going up the floor and they're spiraling around. They're going up to the next floor, they're spiraling around. They're going up to the next floor, spiraling around. And they don't see an end to the top. They don't know when it's going to end. So what happens? Half of the people there are like, yeah, I want this, but I'm going to die. I'll pay you extra for that one. So half of them bail out, and over time a little bit more bail out. They keep going up, and oh my gosh, they're dying. They can't take it anymore. $1 trillion is amazing. I could live forever on that. I can get anything I want. But I don't know when this is going to end. I have no energy anymore. And all of a sudden, everybody's back down to there's only 2 left. 2 of them are left. They're looking at each other like, oh my gosh, we're the only two people left. If one of us gets to the top, or we both get to the top, we're gonna get $1 trillion. Oh my gosh. And they're going, and they're literally clawing up the stairs. They have no energy anymore. I don't know about you, I can only go up like one flight of stairs at this point, because I'm so out of shape. They're going up hundreds of floors to get that $1 trillion. And it gets to a point that one of them just says, he just stops. He puts his head on the floor. He can barely breathe. I can't. I tried. Goes down. That guy who's left, he claws up one more staircase. And there's an elevator there. And it takes you all the way up to the top. And to be close to Hashem, it's just like that. That you're scratching and you're clawing and you don't know how you're going to do it and you feel like it's so far from you. Comes Moshe Rabbeinu to tell you, but it's so close to you. It's so close to you. Just don't give up. Don't be afraid. And you never know, that next obstacle that you overcome might be the last one before you shoot up to the moon. I give everybody a bracha. Please, I beg you, whoever you are, if you're going to listen to this, Bezrat Hashem, and the Sitra Achra doesn't stop this from getting online. And for everyone here, there's one factor that can bring you to greatness, and there's only one. It has nothing to do with your intelligence. It has nothing to do with your EQ or your IQ. It has nothing to do with your GQ or your SHMEQ. It has no Qs. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how many people like you. It doesn't matter whether you're single or you're married or you have children or you don't or you're healthy or you're not. There is one thing that every single one of us have, and that's called your will. That's called your ratzon. And the key to never giving up is not to be afraid. Know that this world is mamish a narrow bridge. It's narrow, it's constricting, it's difficult, it's hard. Oh my gosh, it's hard. But don't give up. No matter what, no matter what, no matter what, no matter what. And I'm going to say it, Bezrat Hashem, the rest of my life until we're dancing with the Mashiach in Yerushalayim. But I promise you, I'm telling you, you don't know when the next one is the last one. Don't give up. You might take an elevator straight up to the top.
Anoichi astir esponai bayom ha'o, bayom ha'o, bayom ha'o. Yom direh b'rem nachem ben chai gesu. Together sing with me, v'dirai v'shir zot eskidoni. Hashem shori, anoichi astir esponai bayom ha'o. Afilo be'astora, shebezor astora. Here we go, let's go. Be'nadai gam sham, nimtzo Hashem yitbarach. Be'afilo be'astora, say with us. Shebezor astora, be'nadai gam sham, nimtzo Hashem. Bora. Ay, 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 גם מהגלם, אני אומר, אני אומר, אני אומר, גם מהחול הדברים הקשים עובדים עליך. אני אומר, אני אומר, אני אומר. And even in the darkness, hidden in the darkness, I know it. Forever you will find the hand of Hashem Yitbarach. One more time, all together. And even in the darkness, and even in the darkness, we're certain we can find the hand of Hashem Yitbarach. One more time, everyone. And even in the darkness, even in the darkness, we're certain we can find the hand of Hashem Yitbarach. Again, 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 again. And even in the darkness, even in the darkness, oh, we're certain we can find the hand of Hashem Yitbarach. Ay, 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 גם מהחול הדברים הקשים עוברים עליך. Together. אני עומד, אני עומד, אני עומד. גם מהחול הדברים הקשים עוברים Zak Baruch. Arvit Bechamod. Yes, yes. Zak Baruch. Zak.